I don't think that the cover-up for me was a new beginning, but just a reminder of situations that I don't want to be in. A tattoo is a commitment to me because once it's there, it's there. I know even though I'm covering this one over, I'm always going to remember that it's there, but at least I'll still remember with a nicer symbol. I am from the Caribbean, I grew up in London, I am very much a free spirit, loved piercings and all of those things when I was younger. Now that I've matured, I want to make a commitment to myself, and to me, this is the beginning of that commitment. The tattoo that I'm getting covered is something that holds a lot of significance to me. It represents my other half, someone that I loved, but I did it for me. Even though this tattoo is for someone that I love, it is a painful reminder, not a joyous reminder. The initial tattoo was an infinity sign with love is enough and a small heart at the end of it. The reason I want to get it covered up is because I am not particularly fond of how it was originally done. I'd like it to look proper. I've been sitting on getting a cover-up done for quite a few months, and I actually stumbled on their Instagram page, immediately fell in love with their rose work and their cover-up work, and I rang them within an hour. I absolutely love the work that I've seen, and it is very detailed, it's very realistic. Cover-up tattoo has so many different meanings. I think it's circumstantial and it's down to the individual. To me, I'm covering this up because it's significant. I want it there, I want to remember it, but I want to have something that I'm proud of. And it's very discreet, it's very tiny because it's for me, it's for no one else but me. Most people don't even know that it exists. The cover-up wasn't particularly painful, but there were moments that were excruciating because of the shading, and that really hurt, but it was worth it in the end. At first, when I saw the writing alone, I was a bit skeptical, but the writing actually ties the whole piece in, and I love the method that he used. He filled it in, which is why it was so painful. But that is what gave it the realistic effect. It looks real and it looks like a new tattoo. It does not look like a cover-up. To me, because of what it represents, it needs to be as close to perfect as makes me comfortable. I may expand on it in future, but for now I'm quite satisfied with how it is. It's a rose because I always compare love to a rose. I'll just leave it and let it continue to grow on me.
Customers have to realise when they're getting tattooed is that they are actually a living canvas. The skin is the biggest organ of our body. It moves, it's got contours, sometimes it's got wrinkles, sometimes it's got stretches.
My name is Jay Stewart. I am 38 and I am currently a small-holding farmer. A professional rugby player for 10 years. Through injury, I was forced to retire. All my tattoos have been done by Lau, to a high standard. The guy is an artist. He's not just a tattooist, the guy is a legend.
I'm a tattoo artist in Muswell Hill in North London. I first became interested in tattooing in the mid-1970s. My client today, Jay, got in touch with me a few years ago.
Every one of my tattoos I love to show off and happy with. This I wasn't. I'd cover it, I didn't like it. It looked amateurish.
Today he's got some stars. It'll probably be a part cover up and part change the shape of them into flowers, which will form part of a Polynesian chess piece.
I had my 4 stars done on a whim in a guy's conservatory in Essex. He was just setting up his own business. My ex was his first client he ever done at home, and I was his second, sadly. I wanted to do something for my family. So then I thought about, they are stars, my mum and dad have been really good to me. My sister's my little angel. It'd make perfect sense to have 4 classic stars put on my chest. But what it means to me is just basically moving on. Getting rid of the old me all the connections, my ex, the hatred of the way he actually physically looked at the stars. The tattoos I choose come from the Polynesian mindset, and they're all placed on a particular part of the body, and it all represents nature and the things that cost nothing in life. So for me, it keeps me very humble, very grounded, very family-based, and free of troubles. And I'm really into Polynesian, the Samoan Islands, the Fijian, the Tongan, how they were warriors and academics in their own right. When I was 14, I thought I found my voice. In retrospect, I became a man. So tattoos for me now is almost like a rebellion to me being soft and shy. I took the pain and suffered it, endured it, and then moved on. And I think that's some sort of thing what the Samoans will do in their community. My tattoo is my own sort of stamp of what I believe in. I would love to stay a bit longer to have it, you know, I always want more done. Eventually, the outlook will be, it'll be a tribute to Polynesia.
I think people who have tattoos live a certain kind of lifestyle. You're kind of carefree enough to not care what the restraints of society are. My mother, for example, hates tattoos, but that's because from the period that she was growing up, they were a sign of people who actually had been in jail. For her, she really struggles to make the connection, but now as both me and my brother are covered in them, she's now starting to accept them a bit more. My name's Laura, I'm 27. I currently work in advertising in Dubai, but about to go travelling around the world. I got my original tattoo, actually it was my brother who kind of inspired me and gave me the courage to go and get a big piece of ink done. He has a lot of big pieces. And I've loved everything that he's got, and I kind of started to think about what I would like. And actually I wanted something that kind of represented how I felt at the time. I was just about to move countries, and I was really feeling like it was the time where I wanted to do things my way. It's very kind of emotional based, but I had that kind of freedom bug. Well, my brother has some amazing pieces in it, and you'd say they're pieces of art. And I don't feel that about my current piece. People who have lots of tattoos will ask to see my tattoo, and sometimes I feel a little bit embarrassed to show them. Tattooing in Dubai is illegal, so you will never ever find anyone who does any kind of high quality tattooing. I basically researched online. I must have spent about 8 months. Eventually I came across Miguel.
Laura contacted me online. She approached me by email. She mentioned that she's from abroad. To be honest, Miguel, I don't know what to do with this tattoo. I just basically don't like it anymore.
Today I kind of want to walk away feeling proud of what I have that's going to be on my body for the rest of my life. And I want it to look a lot more intricate and detailed and just kind of interesting to look at. I wanted to pursue kind of this lifestyle that revolves around surfing because when I first tried it, which was in Sri Lanka, it was overcoming an obstacle for me in terms of getting over my fear of the sea. And the feeling that I got from that, the absolute serenity of kind of bobbing around in the open sea, was something I'd never experienced before. Because it was 6 hours long, it started to become really painful after 2 hours. The top half and the middle section and the clock, we created some amazing cherry blossoms that have some amazing shades in them which I would never have put together myself. But when it's finalised, we're going to redo the branches. There's a bird cage next to the bottom cherry blossom, which we're going to work over again and make it bigger and a lot more exciting. And then bring to life some of the leaves and maybe put a cherry bud in there as well. My expectations weren't as high as the outcome. I'm super, super happy with what Miguel's done.